time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI DEFX DEVVE DACAT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smash that super thanks button down below. Super chats. I don't know why my hair is like this. Sometimes it doesn't cooperate and it falls out of the ponytail. Anyway, what to do with the news over here first. Title, NFT Paris is canceled. Can VeVe save the industry? Let's see what goes on here. Well, we have a couple of accounts. One of them I think is from David Yu. Unless it's not from David and it's from VeVe. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so I want to go to the original post first, which is going to take a little bit of time. X is being very, very strange here. I think it was actually Fanny Carbonell that broke the news to the VeVe fam, where she had requoted. This is called NFT _Paris or NFT Paris. They have 66,000 followers over on X, talking about Paris and real world assets, Paris in 2026. They are canceled now. I do want to go to their website and see what the heck is going on, because there's got to be multiple reasons for this. We'll speculate about it. 11 hours ago, they say NFT Paris and RWA Paris 2026 are canceled after 4 editions, bringing together the global Web3 community in Paris. We have to face reality. NFT Paris 2026 will not happen. The market collapse hit us hard. Despite drastic cost cuts and months of trying to make it work, we couldn't pull it off this year. All tickets will be refunded within 15 days. To those of you who had already booked flights and hotels, we are truly sorry. We know how frustrating this is. To our team, thank you for everything. You're talented people who deserved a better outcome. If you're hiring in Web3 or events, reach out to us with your needs and we'll connect you. Interesting. Looking back at 4 years, we're proud of what we built together. Tens of thousands of attendees, hundreds of speakers, and countless connections made. But endings are tough. We will be doing all we can to close this chapter properly. Thank you for being part of this journey, the NFT Paris team. I'll get to that in a minute. One of the things I want to talk about is this guy named Levi. This guy has no followers, 723 followers, but he's saying that we have to face reality. Quote, "This is the first time an NFT project has ever said this sentence." I don't know about that, but it's just like kind of the sentiment of NFTs are dying, NFTs are dead, despite digital collecting kind of getting a bunch of articles recently. And you have a bunch of posts talking about, we went over it the other day, out of the top 10 brands like to watch in 2026, half of them, I didn't even know who they were. But there's some that were better than others. I think the ones that I saw were Pudgy Penguins. There was 2, I think Moonbirds, and I forget what the other one was. Now, obviously, you have Bored Apes, you have CryptoPunks and all that, but in the same way that a lot of streaming services and cable companies are consolidating and being bought up, you're going to see that with NFTs, except a lot of these things are not going to be bought up. A lot of times you saw it with, originally it was DC NFT or it was Palm. And then it was bought out by DC NFT, and then it was, you know, the Readyverse or Futureverse, whatever it was. But long story short, Candy and all the stuff that's on there, that's been bought and sold like 5 different times already. And a lot of other NFT projects, like, and the reason like that is being bought up, and I don't know about now, I don't know what their fate is right now, but it's because they had great IP, like Major League Baseball and Stranger Things on there. I don't know if they're doing anything now for Stranger Things. And then they have DC Comics on there. So that's really the only reason that got bought up, because of the major IP. When any of these other NFT projects fail, it's because that, and they don't get bought up, which they don't, it's because of the fact that the IP has really not a lot of value. So all these NFT projects that are out there, again, none of them are getting bought up. One, because the space has no money. It's been nothing but downhill for like 4 years now, almost 4 years since Russia invaded Ukraine, which is insane. Imagine being Russian special forces. I mean, like, yeah, this job that we're supposed to do is taking us 4 years, and U.S. special forces, they get their job done in like a single night. Anyway, this is the type of thing that Most of these other companies won't make it. Most of them haven't made it. 99% of them are dead or dying. And when you have that, not even consolidation of power, but when you have that shutdown, and again, a lot of the mass manipulation in the overall markets make it so that ETH never really made an all-time high. I think 5K got like close, or it was all-time high, and then it went right back down to like 2,100, whatever it was. Back up to 3,200 right now, so that's a little bit better, up 50% down from the lows. But yeah, we had just a really shitty 4 years. Not a lot of people have money, and this is why I think it can be. I'll get to why I think it can be good for VeVe in a little bit. But yeah, the sentiment is very, very low for a lot of NFT projects because you have your core users that will help keep it alive, and sometimes people get in. You know, there's a lot of cross trading. A lot of people just like, okay, every paycheck I'll buy something, whatever, and which is insane that some of these projects can get people to do that, but it happens. One of the other ones were not Farouk, huge loss. It was this one guy that was he was a vendor at it, and he had mentioned in a email or in a comment that he got an email saying that there would be no refund for vendors. And I think the comment is deleted now because I do not see it anymore. I saw it before. I don't think it's in my, I didn't think I'd need to screenshot it. I'll let you guys know if I did or not. I don't think it was. There's a lot of Stranger Things stuff that I'll have to go over here later. Yeah, that's not it, unfortunately, which is fine. Oh no, it was a guy named SERC1N saying, as a sponsor, I got the mail as well, mentioning, quote, as per Article 12 of our agreement, the non-refundable costs incurred for the event exceed the total sponsorship contributions received. So we are unfortunately unable to offer a refund at this time, end quote. That is okay. So why did this cancel? So obviously there's a lack of interest. It is in Europe. Europe has not had the greatest times with tariffs. They've not had the greatest times with, again, France in general, not have the greatest times. They've had a really horrible immigration issue where there's legal immigration where everyone knows and loves, and there's illegal immigrant. There's just a bunch of people that kind of put a strain on society. So like all of these things combined make it so that this is not a top priority for a lot of Europeans, especially when it's been in a down market for 4 years. Now, obviously, I think later this year in the second half, things go absolutely crazy because you get a bunch of stuff going on for the markets. But for this, yeah, that's rough. Why else did they close? I don't know if it's the fact that they just misappropriation of funds. Again, they've been doing this for years, so I don't think it was any corruption. I don't think it was anything out there. Maybe could they have, if they had someone different, could they have allocated funds in a different way to make it last? Maybe that's possible. I do want to see what the website says though. Market collapse hit us hard. So this is what the first post on their website is really just what they were posting on X. Looking back at 4 years, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, NFT Paris. Oh, that was it. That is. Oh, okay. So like that's the entire website. It's just, we're not doing this, and that's it. You can't even click to, oh, you can click to become a sponsor still. I don't know how that, why, I don't know why they haven't taken that down where you can still click to become a sponsor. And you could apply, there's jobs, which again, if they're shutting down all these things, I don't know what they're going to do. Marketing assistant intern and sales manager, both of them are remote. And then that's it. So there's really nothing to be said over there. Let the speculation run wild, run rampant. And then we have, let's go to David Yu here, because he had something to say, as well as VeVe. VeVe had said, we're saddened to share that NFT Paris has been canceled by the event organizers. We know many of our VeVe fam were making plans to connect in person at this event, and we're just as disappointed as you are by this news. We truly appreciate your passion and support and hope to see you at a future event very soon. I do think they have I don't know why my phone's not working on it. They do have they did make another post about events that I'll read in 1 minute. Here's why I think this is not necessarily good, but I think this is a better outcome than what we were expecting, because at all of these events, whether it's San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, or at least anywhere in the US, it's great to party. I have a great time. One, because I don't pay for drinks. I get a lot of fanfare. I get a lot of love. I get to see my friends. I get to see my family. I get to just, it's just, for me and a lot of the community, it's just nothing but love. It's nothing but just great times, drinks with good friends, and just seeing people that you know, you don't see as often as you'd like. So I love these events. Is it a net positive for the company? For community building, yes. As far as reigniting the feelings of want and love of your community, and that's what keeps them coming back. Sure, great. Fiscally speaking, probably not. And I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars they would have had to spend to go to Paris, flying their workers out to Paris, doing all that in Paris. But now they don't have to. And now I think that they can take those funds and reallocate them elsewhere, in which case it could be a good opportunity. Hey, we were kind of hurting for funds over here. Let's take the funds that we were going to use for NFT Paris and let's put them over there. I think this opens up a lot of opportunities for them, whether it's marketing, whether it's just trying to be more innovative, put it to R&D, whatever you want. I think the only time I had seen, and again, you get new users each time. Is it really worth it, though, to go to New York Comic Con or to go to DCon or to go to any of these places that you get like a couple new users? Like, I don't, fiscally or financially talking, I don't think it's worth it to do that. But again, they still probably do it just because of the other reasons. Hey, you can't just not have any physical events at all. Feel is interesting. You need to have those events. And if you're not at these events, they might go elsewhere. And if there's no VeVe crowd, they might go to, you know, Pudgy Penguins. They might go to another crowd. They might fall in love with them, and then they might start, you know, spending a lot of money there instead of with you guys. So VeVe also had, and I'll read David's thing in a second, but as a response to this, VeVe also had a post saying, VeVe fam, 2026 event season is just around the corner, and we're exploring a new way to bring the VeVe community together, more often with smaller, more intimate local events created by the community for the community. Okay, that's interesting. Your voice matters here. Take a few minutes to share through your thoughts below and help shape events that truly reflect what you want to see, attend, and be a part of. I really like that they're saying community together, more with smaller, more intimate local events created by the community for the community, because that means VeVe does not have to shell out all this money. They could maybe go in and say like, oh, okay, Magic wants to put something together, Randy Chavez wants to put something together, like any one of these people want to put something together. They could just give them the funds, a fraction of the cost that it would take for them, and then just let other people go out. I think that's probably superior. So on the community-led events, it's where would you likely attend a VeVe community meetup? For me, I would obviously say New York. Outside of New York, Germany's cool. I think Germany there's a lot of VeVe fam in Germany. I have friends in Germany. I was never stationed in Germany, but I've gone there so often. I feel like I was. So I'll say New York, Germany. Hong Kong would be really. I think Asia would be really cool. There's a couple of Asian peeps in there. So things that I would not attend a VeVe community-led meetup. How likely are you to travel? What would make you more likely to attend a community meetup? You want to get together for fun activities and prizes. What sounds most appealing to you? Card games, board games, VeVe fandom, and trivia quiz. So there are, when I was the prize for a charity event, and we were there with it was me, it was Tammy Hanna, it was VeVe Magic, and it was the OMI homies Max and Janie. They like, yeah, I like board games too. Board games are fun. Poker is fun, but like if I'm going to play poker, I'm sitting down at a Vegas or an Atlantic City table and like we're playing poker. Like we're not playing like for like I'm I'll do it because I get to spend time with my friends. But and maybe this is just me, but if I'm going to like another city and we're like going out, I'm not playing board games, guys. Like I'm going hard on these party R-rated type stuff. Maybe on like a Sunday, on like a recovery day after we're all destroyed from partying all weekend. And again, I like board games. I like Risk. I like what is the birds one? I forget the name of that. That one was great. I like board games. I'm good at them, but I tend to have a little bit. I don't have a PG lifestyle. I tend to have a little bit of rated R lifestyle. What type of venue would you feel most comfortable attending? Oh, local bar or restaurant. Let's go. Local bar. Barcade is really cool. Movie theater. I mean, Deadpool 3 was great. Comic book or gaming shop. What else do you expect to see or do? All right, so this is cool. I hope they take the feedback and see, common denominators and stuff. Anyway, what do the people say? Berenice, J4B, says NFTs are dead AF. Most of them are. Agreed. Most of them are. Bill Gardner says, cool. I'm approved to run around in E2. Still working on downloading. I just got that notification from Chapter 3, Reality Thread 6, what's cooking in Earth2 version 1. They're still updating. And for the first time in, I think, many moons, Earth2's Essence token is at a $10 million market cap again. It hasn't been there in quite some time. Good for you, Earth2. Good for you, Essence. You get that bread. My girlfriend is so fucking funny. She sends me a meme, says, I love your Spanish accent. Say that again. McDonald's chicken nugget. She likes the brown boys. That's good. Could also be bad. Anyway, biggest. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Thank you, Potsy Weber. Accomplishment. There's another level 100. Hobe 168. Hobe 168 is level 100. Very good. Love it. Love it. Anyway, let's go back to David Yu's thing here. What he had said. Oh, Mr. MC1 says, hello, VeVe fam. What's up, Mr. MC1? I hope you're doing well. I hope you get this. Hope you get this bread. Anyway, David Yu going on and re-quoting VeVe post saying, to our amazing VeVe fam, I'm just as disappointed as you are in this news. Thank you for being the heart of VeVe. I'm sure. So David is such a honestly, like there's an anime called Kuroko's Basketball. And there's this guy that he's very invisible on the court. He's small, he's thin. People don't really pay him much attention, and he's perfected the that skill of being really unnoticeable, where someone like throws the ball, like you're gonna throw it out of bounds, and then suddenly Kuroko appears, and he has a super fast pass, really good at what he does. Invisible man on the court. At all of these events, one, I don't know if David sleeps. If he does, it's a very minimal amount. Dan, I know, doesn't sleep. I don't know if like there's some Adderall being taken, like, all right, it's just a whole bunch of coffee. No idea. I know that Dan does not sleep. He's out, but David might sleep a couple hours, maybe. And it's like, okay, well, he's working at the booth. He's doing these events, these parties, social media stuff. But that's not all he does at these events. So I used to have this thing, which not anymore because I have a girlfriend, but I used to have this thing where I would not travel anywhere unless I had a girl at that location. Like I would not travel anywhere unless, so David has something similar, not with girls, but with licenses. David does not go anywhere unless he can meet someone and talk business. And I don't know if people know that about him, that he doesn't just go on vacation to go on vacation. He doesn't want to just go to NFT Paris because, it sounds like a good time. Although it does, and it is, he would have had a great time. He would have gone there partially because of that, but also partially because there's stuff. He might go to Paris anyway. He might actually be at the event anyway, representing VeVe, just going there, talking about licenses. Now, he might not. He might send someone else there to do it. He might send Dan to do it. He might do it himself. Depends what they've got going on at VeVe. But that's what I feel like people miss that about him. They see him at the booth, they see him at the event, he's walking around, he's doing his collection, he's posting on social media, and they think like that's all people see on a surface level. But behind the scenes, he is making deals at every one of these events, I promise you. And that's what I love about him. The dude just has you look one way, oh yeah, so unassuming, and then bam, deals being made. Mr. MC1 saying, are you enjoying my post? You've entered Foster Hilt territory, Mr. MC1. Your Foster Hilt territory is that you've been writing a lot. You're on a space right now. Very good. He's on O'Malley's space of This Week in VeVe. But let's see what Mr. MC1 has been. Yeah. Let's start. 2 days ago, Mr. MC1 post, VeVe sold out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, $138,000. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle drop. Wow. He goes over all the details, the prices and all that. Top tier brand. It was actually 140,000 if you include the diorama, which I think that made a couple $1,000s. I don't think it made that much. But yeah, everyone cared about Leonardo. So I sent, speaking of Leonardo and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I sent Michelle Ivy, biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan in the world. She's been on the podcast. I sent her a screenshot of emoji because emoji had said giveaway time on the quoted stream below, like, repost, tag Ivy Angelo, that's Michelle Ivy's Twitter account, and at least one additional person in comments telling us your favorite Ninja Turtle. And then I sent that to her, and I was like, you're becoming famous. She's like, and I was like, well, more famous anyway. And she's like, what's that? Like, she doesn't check X a lot. She's also been a little sick. So again, we were just having this conversation. And she's like, this is amusing. I didn't realize. So she actually did buy the Michelangelo. I did not get in touch with her in time for her to get the Leonardo, unfortunately. But again, she's been sick. I might get her to just get one of the commons. Had that late November, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she's watching us from afar. Michelle Ivy is, and we're getting her there. Slowly but surely, we're getting her there. Anyway, Mr. MC1 says, digital collectibles from a top-tier brand, when delivered on a platform with a lot of such IP and an incredible community, flies in 2026. And then he tags the normal VeVe, Akomi, Stacker, Collect Chain, David Yu, TMNT, but then he also tags DC Official and Jim Lee, because they're I think Batcals, which, David, if you're listening, don't waste your time with Batcals. Like, if you're talking about setup, like, don't even bother. Multiple reasons why, but not I don't think really important. DC Comics, obviously, yeah, you know what to do. Also tagged CB Cebulski. Oh, a guy who works for Marvel. Okay, cool. But anyway, tagging DC Official and Jim Lee because like they know what this could do for DC Comics and that abandoned Candy platform, which again, you can still buy some of the stuff on Candy. Like my friend Derek Snook that has been going absolutely ham sandwich on the Shohei Ohtani NFTs, a bunch of the one-of-ones, a bunch of the other ones that are not one-of-ones, but are still really cool. And he's gone on and he's gotten a good, he spent a lot of money on them. Because either the IP will be adopted, interoperable, or it won't. But that IP, especially Ohtani, is so valuable, I guarantee you they will at some point. Maybe by VeVe, who knows? One day ago, partner statue, copper turned to gold, another Mr. MC1 post. VeVe, in collab with Disney, made the copper iconic Disney partner statue golden, the Golden Moments collection. Yes, Golden Moments partner statue is a rare and iconic golden digital collectible NFT on VeVe Official that replicates the iconic partner statue. Originally a physical copper sculpture unveiled in 1993 at Disneyland Plaza to honor Mickey Mouse's 65th birthday. 4 years later, on his 69th birthday, everyone comment nice down below with 69, sold for 5 to 10x the drop price of $333 and remains one of the most iconic The statue depicts Walt Disney holding hands with Mickey Mouse, commemorating their unique creative partnership and the foundational role Mickey played in Disney's success. As Walt famously said, "I hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse." A plaque at the base of the original statue reads, "Partners, I think most of all, what I want Disneyland to be is a happy place where parents and children can have fun together." Emphasizing themes of family, joy, and legacy, Partners motif has become a staple in Disney parks worldwide, often placed in central hubs as a tribute to Walt's vision and Mickey's cultural impact, inspiring visitors to reflect on Disney's origins, ongoing legacy. He tags the normal everyone on Disney. Oh, he tagged me too. Why, thanks, fam. He tagged Pudgy Penguins and Ethereum and AVAX, and I think just because a lot of people are just sleeping on this. Another post that he requoted from September of 24, they confirmed that Geico will be airing a horror movie commercial for the 10th anniversary. That's awesome. Mr. MC1 says, DC official and Jim Lee, this commercial reminds me of your Web3 choices. Oh my God. Bro, I love you so much. Time to get in the running car. Yeah. You need to get in the car that's running. Get in something that works. It's hysterical. I love him so much. All right, there's a decent amount of comments here. I'll get to these. Penguin Colada says, to be honest, no one gives a poop about NFTs. I hope this changes this year. People do, but it's not the masses yet. And a lot of the people that were in NFTs have left. So yeah, the only people that really care about it are the people that can still afford to buy some. And unfortunately, that is not most people. You have Raoul Paul, you have a lot of the VeVe whales, you have a lot of the ETH rich whales as well. But yeah, that's about it. It's really just kind of the 1%. And then everyone else is just like, no, they just have been tired of losing money. They buy something, it goes down. They wait, they buy something, it goes down. So yeah, I understand the negative sentiment with a lot of people out there, but they're only looking short term. And I understand, like, well, yeah, Chavez, short term, it's been 4 years. Okay, I get it. How old are you? I mean, 4 years. Like you could have done an entire Air Force enlistment. You could have joined, and now be on terminal. You could have joined in 2022, right before Russia invaded Ukraine. Bought at the top, and held it throughout the entire enlistment. Now you'd be on terminal leave. No recovery in sight. I understand, but again, that's one enlistment. That's 1 4-year period. And when you're talking about investing typically isn't a short or even midterm thing. I was talking to Elle. She was on the podcast the other day. Elle Williams. No, not Elle as in 11. Although we'll go over that. We'll go over Stranger Things later. I was just talking to her just about investing and just crypto or investing in general. And she had said, what do people usually do? It's like, well, normally what they do is they do the absolute wrong thing. They don't get in early. They don't buy when stuff's low. They wait till something pumps. Then they buy at the top, or they get lucky. They buy something early. It keeps going. They don't sell. They round trip it, and then it goes back down. And it's like, okay, well, what should you do? It's like, well, E-Trade did a study like 6 years ago saying that they wanted to know who their best investors were, where they were from, what nationality they were, what occupation they had, how old they were, et cetera, et cetera. They take all of this data and try to find the common denominator of what makes a good investor. And on their accounts, they looked into all the ones that had just, the accounts had done really well. And the most common denominator was that they were dead. What? Well, if you're alive, you can panic sell, and most people do. The accounts that did the best were accounts held by people that bought while they were alive, obviously. They died, they couldn't touch the account, goes through all the turmoil, all the turmoil, and then it goes up. So that was an interesting mirror that it held up to the rest of society. Be like, this dead person outperformed you. Why? Because they didn't sell. We've seen people even in the VeVe fam say like, yeah, I'm in this for 20 years, and they don't last 18 months, and then they sell, and then just it's easy to say one thing, but to actually do the right thing to do, some reason it gets hard for a lot of people. Again, you are correct in that most people do not care about NFTs, or that they care, but they don't care enough to still invest in them. And again, NFTs are like Pokemon cards, where most of them are going to be worth less than $1. And it's just like, again, like I pick any project out there, one is probably not going to survive. But even in projects that do survive, even it comes like VeVe, you can't just throw a dart at something on VeVe, buy it, and then in 10 years it's going to be worth a crazy amount. I don't, and again, I have the entire Cryptkin set. I think I have 2 Cryptkin sets because I like them. I don't like them for ROI. I don't like them because I think they'll make me money. I like them because I like the supernatural. I like the Loch Ness Monster. I like the New Jersey Devil. Swear, thought I saw it once. You could buy, I don't know, 12 sets of Cryptkins, or you could buy like a partner statue. Which one's probably going to have the better ROI? It's probably going to be the partner statue. So yeah, it's even on VeVe, in something that's like the leader of this space. You can't just buy anything and expect to go. You have to kind of do your research. And again, that's yeah. Even when people do start to care about NFTs, are they going to care about the New Jersey Devil? Are they going to care about, what are the other ones in there? The Thunderbird, like whatever is in the Cryptkin set. Probably not. Will a few of them go and buy it just because, yeah, supernatural stuff. Yeah, like, sure. I don't think there's just going to be as much hype for that as there would be, like first appearance Batman, Spider-Man, etc. The 14FU F98 says, "Damn, is this a signal that NFTs are cooked?" Most of them are. Yes, most companies and most IPs, yes, they are. Sony Bean says NFTs not doing well. They're not. But at some point, they're going to be doing quite well, in my opinion. Echo712 says, "What up? What up, Echo712?" At some point, a bunch with really strong IP are going to go insane, and people will be like, should have bought. Should have." Zombie saying, "Yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? Love you, bro. Thanks for being a member." Arcturus says, "I'm Ron Burgundy." Loving these posts, Mr. MC1, says Echo712. Yeah. We have a couple of articles to read as well. Oh, Tesla Solar. Yeah, Mr. MC1 posting about Tesla. Yeah, let's go. Troy Perez says the TMNTs are still getting stacked. I agree. There's, because I mean, what are they right now? Let's check on Stacker. I go to Leonardo, right? I think Michelangelo's obviously be the. I think Mikey will be a little bit more popular. His commons that I just clicked on. I'm pretty sure those are like $10, but maybe not. Let's see. Not. There we go. $10.82. Now, if we search the Leonardo, not the special edition, I'm going to go to the other one. Let's see. I'm going to say this is like $8. I own one. Paid $40 for it off the drop. I was gambling. Yeah, $8.59. I guarantee you people are going to stack these. Like why? Why? Okay. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. I'll tell you why. Give me 6 seconds here. Okay. The editions. This is first appearance. Leonardo, Michelangelo. There's less than 3,000 of them. If this were to drop in the middle of 2021, when shit was hyped and there was 10,000 people on here on any given day, heck, 50,000 people on here on any given day, this would be going for hundreds of dollars. the common would be going for hundreds of dollars, maybe even more. Because again, a different timeline. So of course people are going to stack now because they know that that time will come again where they could sell these for probably 40, 50 bucks and they could 4 or 5x their money. And it's pretty safe in my opinion. Obviously none of this is financial advice. I know the words the most. They showed this to my stream, babe, a stream. Abe's, hi Randy, first one here again, too effing easy. Let's go, Abe. Let's go, my man. I love you, brother. You keep it up. You keep being first. You keep being number one. I'm rooting for you, Abe. Sony Bean says JLR is saying a civil war has started in Venezuela. Give me one sec. All right, I guess we'll go over Venezuela now. Aside from the oil, the U.S. might actually take control of their Bitcoin. Oh, that'd be wild. That'd be insane. I could picture that, and maybe that's the reason for the recent pump. And actually, for the first time in months, we've sustained a Sunday pump. A lot of times we pump on a Sunday and then absolutely dump 12 hours later on a Monday. But today, no, we're good. Up 3.5%. Anyway, I haven't been seeing trends from a civil war. Again, just because I'm not seeing it doesn't mean that it's not happening, but let's Google it. Also, I'm not sure what JLR is. No, there's no. I'm not seeing any bits of news of there being a civil war. Again, now that X is allowed in the country because Maduro had banned Twitter, but now that X is legal there, you would be seeing a lot of videos from that, and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any videos. Nobody's posting. If there is, and nobody's posting it, again, doesn't make sense. I'm not sure who JLR is, or what they are. You can, let me know. It's very strange. Outside the U.S., all the Venezuelan natives that are now foreigners, or outside Venezuela, all the native Venezuelan people in the world are celebrating. They're excited. Hell yeah, the person that has done horrendous things to their home country is gone. When asked about Maduro inside of Venezuela, yeah, more than half of the population supported him. Granted, if you spoke out against him, you could be considered a traitor, and he killed his own people. So maybe that skewed the results a little bit. But yeah, I don't believe there's. If there has, it's very, very new from like the last 30 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, because nobody's talking about it and nobody's posting videos on X, TikTok, etc. Abe says, IZ VeVe pamping harder and sucking up all the digital collective money that comes in. Rip, I want to be VeVe Rip all want to be VeVe competitors. Agreed, sir. I think the same thing. I need more fluids. No one is just giving that oil up easily. Ain't nobody else got a choice. Now, is it going to be expensive? Yes. Are they going to have like some terrorists down there that are going to try to stop them? Sure. But for the most part, I mean, Venezuela's had all this oil, like what, 300 billion barrels underneath the surface. They can't get it out because it's complicated. It's hard, and they apparently suck at what they do. Any government sucks at what they do mostly. The U.S. government's not going down there. They might escort the actual oil guys down there, but the people that are good at extracting oil from the ground are going down there. I'll go with protection, obviously. And yeah, that's what they're doing. So, and the Venezuelan people are going to be happy for it because the money's going to go to 3 places: Venezuela, Venezuelan citizens that are abroad and the US for being able to do it. And again, nobody else really has a choice. It's like, well, yeah, the US, it's illegal. You can't just go out and remove a head of state. That should be illegal. Well, under international law, yeah, it is. But international law only really exists if you can enforce it. Netanyahu and Putin ignore that law all the time. But if you take a look at the US, again, US has kind of done this before, not so much of an in-your-face way. But who's gonna try to take Trump and give him to the international courts? No one. No one's gonna give up Putin or Netanyahu to the international courts and pretty much do what they want. Because no one's gonna do that. Same thing with the US. Anyone else that's gonna, like, any other military in the world is looking on in shock and awe of what the US just did, because this was just such a great example of what the US military can do. Guys, the US Navy gets shipments from ice cream boats in the middle of like war zones, like so they can have ice cream. Yeah, it's insane what the US can do. I mean, nobody want none of the smoke. Really like the cake. Oh, the VeVe cake. I didn't have it. I was on a diet. I'm still on a diet. Me and my girlfriend, all we do is eat and be unhealthy. So starting today, I got back on the diet. I fell off for like a month and a half, but now I'm back on. Can you send me a link to who JLR is? And if there's a video feed or there's articles coming out, just please, because I'm not like, I don't think that's a US media outlet. But again, send it to me. Oh God, MC1, great post. This community rocks. Oh, VeVe, have a great stream today, Randy. I'll try. I will do the very best. No one ever was. Part of the reason why I love dating someone my own age, or within 5 years of my age, is because she gets my pop culture references. She gets Pokemon references. Although we did try to watch Pokemon 3 the other day and she fell asleep. She also fell asleep watching Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, a random episode of South Park, and something else. She's just a sleepy gal. She's one of the sleepy gals, Can't hold that against her. But yeah, anyway. Smart Buy says, what's up? Legacy T posted that he has a worse news for DC NFTs. What he means, I have no idea. Hold on one second. If this looks like the guy, I think, because he's got a bat cowl. I just heard the worst news for DC. I don't know if anyone really puts much stock in what he says, because it legit got no likes, reposts, or comments. So I don't, whatever he said, I don't know if people should put much stock in what he says. Speaking of which, Death Bunny posted the other day saying, I hope that DC Comics will completely move over to VeVe. The project has been taken over by so many companies and none of them have succeeded. The final hope was Futureverse, but even that was poorly managed. Does anyone know what DC Comics plan moving forward? I explain. So this one guy, Legacy T, was talking shit on it. So this makes me realize that he probably doesn't know what he's talking about, because he says this.
I explained to everyone, that team over there knows 100 million times more information on this space than anybody over at VeVe. That includes David, Dan, Reese, Alex, anybody. They know 1 billion times more about this space.
So I'm going to say that, well, one, that didn't age well. And two, He's not wrong about that. Maybe what he says is worse news. Maybe it's actually good news. Maybe he still holds a grudge against VeVe, and he just thinks that and maybe DC NFTs are going to come to VeVe, and because of his reasons that he hates VeVe for, maybe that's why he thinks it's the worst. So anyway, that's we'll see what happens. Shared a photo. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. God, I love this girl so much. I gotta message her. I love you so fucking much. God, she's great. But yeah, I'm gonna hope that means they're coming to VeVe. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Tony B says it's over, guys. It's over. DEFINITY is on the way up. Okay, let's get to I did yesterday. Give me one sec here. We haven't really talked much about crypto in 45 minutes. But yeah, let's talk about DEFINITY. DEFINITY with really just $2,900 in volume is up another 5%. And that's, let me go to CoinGecko. Give me one sec here, I got it. Yep, had to just hydrate here. On the week, it's up 31%. So you know what? Not bad. Not bad. Actually, there's a little bit of, so it's 1.8 cents over on Gecko Terminal, so that's Uniswap. But it says 1.9. Did somebody buy on BNB? So freaking strange. People are just like, oh yeah, it's up 31% this week. Let's vote it down. Fucking retards. Yeah, there was $1,800 in volume on PancakeSwap. So it's actually up to 2 cents over there. Huh. So it says Penny Black, Secret Rare Floor on VeVe. Over 1K, get it. Yeah, VeVe, DEFINITY, I've been very proud of the last week. They've been doing great things. I mean, to be honest, they've been doing great things for like 18 months now, but the price of the token just got savage. And even there was someone I talked to a couple months ago that's like, I was like, listen, you know, I can't say what it is, I can't show you, but bro, they're making well in the 6 figures each month. And he's just like, but that's not translating into the price of the token. I was like, what token is going up right now? So again, a lot of people are frustrated. Even someone as just incredible as that friend of mine that's just, again, just getting frustrated. It will come back into the token at some point. We don't know when, but it will. Oh, my bae says she loves me too. She's so cute. Leonard Bean says you should be covering the war in Venezuela that just started. Send me a link, because I do not. I just Googled it. Like let me TikTok it. Let me go on here real quick. Because I do not believe. Yeah, I'm on TikTok right now, and there's no there's no video showing that. I'm not seeing any evidence whatsoever that is showing that. Again, if you send me a link, there's a video, whatever, by all means, let me know. Are you really ready to send your kids to fight in the jungle for oil? Well, one, I don't have kids. I hope it you know, I don't know, but let's hope. Two, it's, you know, what is rightfully ours? I mean, this is going to be, I think, a net positive, because it's going to be great for America. America, up until this happened, only had about 2 to 3% of the oil reserves for the world. Venezuela has anywhere from like 17 to 20%. So combined, there's a 19 to 23% control of the world oil reserves. And you're going to see that's going to be great for all Americans because the price of oil will go down. Price of oil has already started going down. A lot of the stocks from these oil companies have started going up. We don't know which one's going to be the major benefactor of it. But yes, this is going to be a net positive. And again, if I had a kid that let's say was 18 and he was saying like, Dad, you know, I want to go in the military, I'd be like, listen, that is a can of worms and it's potluck, and you know, you could go and you could have a great experience. You can go, you have a great time, make some of the best friends in the world, and you could come out, you know, clean. You can come out where return home after 4 or make a career out of it if you want. I would not recommend career, but you know, if you wanted to come back after 4, 6 years, whatever, you know what? Cool. You'll serve your country. You're still young enough. You could do relatively whatever you want. Or it could go the other way where you can get part of yourself blown up. You could die. Or maybe some might think worse. You could be fudged up for the rest of your life. You could have some bad PTSD. You'd have horrible things happen to you. Now the latter, it's hard. Military is not for everyone. Most people can't get into the military. It's much harder to get into the military than it is to college. So there's, I mean, community college probably not, but no, even in general, it's harder to get in the military than it is to college. So if you know, my kid or kids, if I have any of them out there, they wanted to join, I'd say like, you know, it's an honor to serve your country, it really is. And you know, I did. Made some incredible friends, many of which I still have, many of which I'm actually going to employ to go in and fight in the jungle over in Madagascar, where I have my in Madagascar, where I'm going to have my my sanctuary, buying those lands for the endangered species. But again, if that's the needs of the military at the time, and terrorists want to blow up oil pipelines, yeah, there needs to be someone there to defend that, and or defend, fight against that, and to defend the pipelines and defend the lives of the Americans that are working there. So, yeah, if that's what the needs of the military call for at the time, and my kid gets asked to do that, I'm like, okay, listen, you're about to deploy, and you're going to see what it's like to be deployed. Now, I've never been deployed to the jungle, I've only been deployed to the deserts, but it'll be a different experience. But I'd be like, okay, it's your time. Godspeed. JLR investigates Google the drone. Okay, JLR investigates. Okay, he's got an X, it looks like. He posted 40 minutes ago saying, civil war, gunfire, Venezuela live. He says that there's gunfire heard tonight at Caracas. Crap, I can't. He clicked away for it. I couldn't read the rest. Also, apparently this is not live, it's just a looped video. And people are firing at drones. So there doesn't seem to be I don't really like this guy because, again, this is apparently a looped video. And okay. And he caught some people firing at drones. I don't know, and again, there's not a ton of impressions on there. I don't think this is really real. Again, there's no actual footage of people one side fighting another. So again, just breaking that down real quick, that there does not appear to be any civil war going on. Gunfire happens in the hood all the time. Like, do they call it a civil war? It's just gunfire. So again, he's got 60,000 followers. the entire video with that clickbaity title, got less than 2,000 impressions. Has sabotaged an oil pipeline. I could guess, yeah. I was gonna wreck the oil supply line and the pumps. Forget about. Listen, I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you're. If you have any military experience, if the U.S. is defending that area, they're not just gonna be like, oh, okay, here's my, 600 yards of oil field pipeline. Like, no, like they're going to set up a huge perimeter. They're going to set up they'll set up a Burger King because that's what they do. It'll be hard to attack it. China will whip the USA in the next war. Bro, what are you on? Oh, that is such a strange and wrong take. Ande says, what's up, brother? What's up, Ande? How's it going, Ande? It's been a while. Cartoons are not for adults. I would beg to I mean, depends on the cartoon. Rick and Morty and South Park, probably not really for kids. Although they have lessons in them. Good, important lessons, I think. But I love cartoons. Me and my next guest on Monday, that's all we're going to be talking about is 90s cartoons. SpongeBob, Hey Arnold. I think she mentioned Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents. Those are great cartoons. And Hey Arnold really stands the test of time. That's like a fantastic show. Mr. Emerson wants to hi all. Oh, we were just talking about you before. All good things. All good things. Jason Pena, thanks for being a member. Says, have you laid out a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, Squishmallow, and make her choose? We haven't had that conversation yet on who her favorite starter is. She is a Gen 1er. I don't think she really again, she never saw Pokemon 3, so probably not too much of a Gen 2 gal. I don't even know how much of like the Orange Island she saw, Lugia and all that. Does she even know Totodile, Chikorita? I don't know. I have to find this out. And yeah, 15 years ago, that might have been one of the first things I would ask. But 15 years ago, I've always dated older women, and she's a couple years older. She's not. I was dating women in their 30s and 40s when I was in my early 20s. Even as a few years, it's been up to the 50s. They're women in their in the mid 40s plus. They were never into Pokemon. Luckily, she's in her 30s and she was into Pokemon, at least Gen 1. But yeah, I have to ask her about that. I have to ask her about the Gen 1 starters. That did not age well. It did. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That did not age well, that clip. In terms of ones, the Futureverse guys have shut down, but some people in their community are starting something called the Root Network. Well, that's been around for a while. They're like DAO that keep the root chain up and running. Rootcoin is also afloat. It's high-risk community-driven initiative without any real funding and only intentions. Yeah, agreed. I wouldn't put any of my chips on that. I wouldn't bet any chips on that. DC plans to stay on that chain with that crew, TRN running it. I think there's more trouble down the road for them. Agreed. And all of us have stuff on Candy or with DC. I don't. I called it. Called it years ago. I got nothing on that site. OBL. I saw the post that you tagged me in. I think I liked it. I think I commented on it. Hope you're keeping well. OBL. Miss you. I can't wait to introduce you to the girlfriend. I don't know when, but we might go to Europe this year. We might not. Might go to Japan this year. We might not. There's a lot of things that are going to have to happen first. So it's going to be a rough couple months. But aside from that, we'll see if we can make it out there. I'll fly you out where we go. We don't know. This episode was yay, Definity on the way up. Could be temporary. It could not be temporary. It could be one of those things where it keeps going. And maybe it's one of the things that pop up off first. And I have more than enough Divinity. Also, everyone, they can please smash that like button. It's a free way of helping support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash the like button down below. Super chats as well. Thanks, guys. Oh, my back. Oh, my other back. Okay, there we go. HOTTOGO, you can make it hard to go. Mr. M1 says, yo, OBL. Jason Pena, thanks for being a member, says, what are Maduro's conditions right now? I think he's in Brooklyn. I think he's awaiting trial. I think that's his condition. I mean, he can't make any conditions like, oh, we're gonna do this contingent on it. No, like he's am I Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, because there's no power anymore. Jason Pena says, OBL, hey lady. Happy New Year, Mr. MC1, says Jason Pena. Smart Buy says, until it was DC, it was all good. As soon as they moved to Candy, it was all over. Candy's the worst. Damn, you really don't like Candy. They have no management with brain. Oh, wow. DC needs to move to VeVe now or Collect Chain or OpenSea. Yeah, VeVe, collect. Let's go. Mrs. Maduro will be like, I didn't sign up for this. Thank you, Ande, for reposting the stream. I appreciate it. When is your comic coming out, brother? Sometime this year. I don't know when, but that's why. I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of my comics coming out this year. Can't wait. Sonny Beans, Randy never saw combat. He'd be a walking PTSD ball if he did. You might be right. You might be right. Mr. MC was, but Randy did see combat in a hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, Twitter, the war front. Sonny Beans is the beginning, not the end. Yeah, again, might be right. Who knows? Skip Yellow says, dropping in to say hi. Long time no see. What's up, Skip Yellow? You've been investing in gold and silver. The gold and silver VeVe logo, but no. Any of these crazy high multi-trillion-dollar markets already, like, yeah, if you were to get into gold 6 months ago, silver 6 months ago, yeah, you would have seen a nice return. But as far as ROI goes, crypto is just going to be the bigger winner there. But again, anyone that had a bunch of gold and silver, good job. HODL, buy more, sell. I mean, y'all got the gold and silver. Do what it is that you want with it, and then you let me know what you do. I'll come on the podcast. Japan says no formal declaration of war at the moment. No, you don't for any type of skirmishes like this. War Powers Act, you don't need it. Formally, yeah, you can't go to war without a declaration of war, but Obama, Clinton, Biden, they've never, like Bush, like they've never needed that. There hasn't been a formal declaration of war in like forever. Sonny Bean continues to think that none of the oil is leaving Venezuela in the jungle. Because you might want to research how vulnerable pipelines are. Again, I'm pretty sure I know, but we'll see how it goes. One of the easiest things on the planet to sabotage. Then the whoever's going to be defending those pipelines will have their work cut out for them. Randy likes generous women, I bet. I'm not sure what you mean by generous, but I like generous people. That's how you win together. You don't want anyone in your party that isn't generous, because if something good happens to them, they're not going to share it. And not that you're going to be with, but yeah, that's the thing. Even from the time of like hunter gatherers, you want someone that's competent. You want to be around people that are competent, that are generous, that can help push you to be the best version of you that you can be. Yeah, why would I not want to be with someone who's generous? Why would it be? I mean, you want those genes going into your kids. You want those genes. So yeah. But again, the way you say it, I have no idea what you mean when you say that. And this has come to Croatia this year. Then I heard Croatia's fun. My friend Mike Olick is from there, and actually, I think Sparky's from there as well. I think Sparky. Maybe we'll make it a group trip. We'll see. What did Diddy say to Maduro? What did Diddy say to Maduro in prison? No idea. No idea. Bill Gardner sold his gold and silver. He sold some gold and silver for gold and silver logos. He did get more though. Bill Gardner does have a lot of stuff. All right, hang on one second. I got multiple messages here. One of them I have to take. VeVe, other than that one, give me one sec. Have you seen influencers? Waste. Okay, load the deck. Special. Okay. Good point on marketing. What about you? Okay. Jason Payne is saying Venezuela is on record of having $22 million worth of Bitcoin and reported shadow funds containing up to $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. Oh, damn. Anyway, yeah, and it's possible that we take that too. Who knows? Sometimes they took your oil too. Not our oil. Not our oil. Oh, Kuma, thank you for liking this this video. We love it. Imagine what drones can do. Yeah, drones can do a lot. Drones can do a lot of damage. It's I think that's a strategy that both Ukraine and Russia are employing as well. I know, but like meow 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 in this context, I don't know. Okay. In this context too. Okay. Anyway, let's continue here. Let's do DEVVE. DEVVE had a very interesting day. If I could find it on this list. Okay, here we go. DEVVE is up 0.7% on the day. That doesn't really mean anything. What I want to look at is the volume. So we had a couple of major sells. There was somebody that had sold $33,000 worth of DEVVE, driving the price down to 0.0017. And then you had a bunch of people buying it up. We're going up, up, up. It's a moment. You know, together we're going. Gonna be golden. Sorry. But yeah, then it bought all the way up to 22 cents, back down to 21 cents right now. It's 21.56. How often does that, is that going to stay there? Can it go back down to 17 cents? Now, I think the reason it went down is because you had that one guy that was selling in 5K clips at a time. Again, sold $33,000 worth of DEVVE in a couple hours. And then he dipped. The guy has no more money. What happens to him in the future? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. All right. What did he say to Maduro in prison? They took your oath. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Hilarious. Agreed. Jason Payne. Tony Bean says, any deer rifle will take care of a pipeline. I feel like you're assuming the pipeline's not going to be covered, like, by other stuff. Just forget about getting any oil. Listen, I'm sure you're an expert in whatever it is that you do. I would leave worrying about defending a pipeline to the people that are going to defend it. Yeah, I got it now. I just, yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, let's move on. What else we got here past the DEVVE? Well, I want to see what DEVVE's actual. All right, come on, DEVVE. Where's your actual volume here? 558,000 in volume. Still not a ton, but I'm fine with it having the $20 million market cap. Oh, also Definity's volume, I guess, with everything added together, is 4,800, not 2,900. So I'll take that. Give me one sec. Tickets. Diamond. Yep. Guess. No idea. Yep, we knew that yesterday. Japanese, have a couple, very good. Black Label's great. Okay. That was DEVVE. Let's do DECAT here. See what's going on with my favorite kitty. $274 in volume. Very low volume once again, but you know what? I'm okay with that. We still have a $1.1 million market cap with $334,000 in liquidity. That is locked for 997 years. Love my favorite. One of my favorite tattoos by one of my favorite tattoo artists. You've seen her on the podcast, Nastasia Bender. We got to get her on for part 2. She's a mom now. So that would be, oh, Jesus Christ. This is fucking retards. Let's do what? Oh, let's do OMI. Let's do our favorite token. Why a lot of people are here. Up about 0.5% on the day. Doesn't really mean anything. 0.001968. We were at Actually, we were at 0002 3 times over the last 24 hours. And we were also at the 000188 level. Well, that was a couple days ago, though. And now let's see what the volume is. We'll take a look over on the CoinMarketCap. The volume is 1.86 million in volume. Deepcoin is 400K. That let's say a little over 1 million in volume. And again, it was a Monday today, right? Yeah. Okay, we got a bunch of the news to go over as well because I think we have the OMI show tomorrow. Shit. Guys, I have a bunch of messages to get back to, and I'm not going to get back to them. But I will have to go after this. Let's do as many of these as we can here. Shit, when was the last time what's today? Today is Monday. Memes are great. Okay, give me one sec, guys. I'm sorry. China's $60 billion grip on Venezuela and controlled ports near the Panama Canal gives it leverage over 40% of U.S. trade, coupled with Iranian drones and missiles deployed from Venezuela. Beijing and Tehran could paralyze U.S. shipping and threaten naval routes in a regional conflict. Let's see what China does. Venezuela has become a hub for America's top adversaries. Venezuela builds Iranian weapons. Iran trains militias. Russia supplies mercenaries and air defense. And China controls digital surveillance ports. Together, they've turned Venezuela into a forward base for hybrid warfare. Ain't no more. Also, Elon should sue every media outlet that slandered him for the exact gesture, but said nothing when Mamdani did it. Agreed. Oh, this is from... Damn, market share is ridiculous. So these were both said in October, late October of last year. And then they now all those things are a moot point. Maduro had met with Chinese envoy just before the U.S. Struck it. Hours before U.S. missiles hit Venezuela, Maduro hosted China's special envoy Qiuzhaqi in Caracas. Usually they discussed bilateral ties, but sources say talks likely centered on safeguarding Chinese interests amid rising U.S. pressure. Washington's goal to push China out of Venezuela may have made the timing even more explosive. It is insane that certain people can make so much money on OnlyFans. Wild stuff. Tommy's Bitmine has staked 82,560 Ethereum, worth $260 million. In just a week, they have staked $1.7 billion worth of Ethereum. That is bananas. Classic. Greg Wipes, one of one, sold for $1,600. Congrats to him. Shout out. Ooh. Official, very good. Phil Nice has gotten the 2 special editions from Leonardo and Michelangelo. For the culture, we love him. Omar loves Omar saying, good evening, Omar. We love you too. Going up. Oh my God, what the fudge, guys. I don't know why my group chats are blowing up here. Okay, we gotta. All right, I already have my group chat muted. Why am I still getting notifications for this? This is bull dinky. Okay. So large amounts. Okay. Parody, Stephen King. All right, so there's rumors going around that there's going to be a special 9th episode of Stranger Things. I do not believe that will be the case. I believe that there's going to be something on the 12th, but that's just for the behind the scenes stuff. I don't believe there's going to be anything that shows a hidden 9th episode. This type of stuff happens all the time. Speculation runs rampant. I'll believe when I see it. Trump says the U.S. oil companies will go into Venezuela, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. Ash Crypto Real says that altcoins have officially been broken. All right, guys, I have to leave this fucking chat. This is insane. Because I'm not getting beat. That is bananas. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to unmute the conversation, and then I'm going to mute the conversation, see if that fucking works. Shit list. Oh my god, that's hysterical. Pokemon, me, actual topic. X, which Maduro previously banned, is now the #1 news app on the App Store in Venezuela as the Venezuelan people celebrate the capture of their dictator. Puppies. But on January 3rd, 5.1 million OMI was burned. Let's go. Let's get that bread. Oh. Booze says, do you still use Coinbase Wallet after the update? Didn't know there was an update. I don't really use it that much. Omar says, I went to the special finale for Stranger Things that give incredible merch and posters. Oh, I bet. I wanted to get that done. I wanted to go as well, but I just decided not to. But we love VeVe says, hello, Randy, the hardest working VeVe YouTuber. Why, thank you. I try. I'll continue trying my very best. Elon Musk's Starlink activates free internet in Venezuela until February 3rd, 2026. Badass. Shit. $250 billion were added to the cryptocurrency market cap so far in 2026. Not a bad start to the year. Not a bad start to the year. 2026, Definity Token posts that 2026 is lining up to be the blast-off year for Definity Network. Major products dropping, momentum spiking, and the ecosystem turning electric. Keep an eye on Definity. This could be where everything goes into overdrive. It could, I think so as well. They doubled revenue from 2024 into 2025, and they might double revenue again. I think they will. The debate in Brooklyn was that the Venezuelan educated the paid protesters. Yeah, I mean, people that left Venezuela are in shock about the educated left that is just saying like, oh yeah, like it's insane. Was hey mate, just connected. I don't know if you've commented NFT Paris, found down today, but yeah, big hug to you, Omi boy. I did talk about that the first 20 minutes. Basically, yeah, a lot of NFTs projects are dead or dying. I think this is good because now VeVe can take what money they were going to spend on NFT Paris and they can go and they can not spend it on that and they can use it towards other things. So just my opinion. Just my opinion. Moving on. Gorilla, World War III. Yep, agreed. Yeah, Jamal Green says, Obama killed Osama bin Laden, no congressional approval. Obama invaded Libya. The opposition kills Gaddafi, no approval. Biden killed the Al-Qaeda leader in 2022, no congressional approval. Trump swoops in and brings the man back alive to the U.S., and the left goes crazy. As an independent who sits in the middle, Democrats need to stop being hypocritical. Agreed. Devi, Tom Anderson says, this can grow without partners. I'm sick and tired of waiting on partners. With Fias, I have my destiny in my own hands. Fias, 100%. Comms in general are going to be a big part of Fias. I'm going to build an AI integration with Telegram. Let me think about the unofficial chat. Let's not start one quite yet. So this is for Fias, which I do have a, I do want to take a look at Fias real quick. Fias up 3%, $2.1 million market cap. They were 2.8 a couple days ago, but they were also 1.3 like 2 weeks ago. So, you know. Omar Lozoni says, going to see early screening. Oh, Primate looks good. I want to see it. 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 It looks good. What's up, Omi boy? Oh, I know. Hard times. But yeah, Primate looks great. Totally want to see that. Yeah. Excuse me. Trump has also sent a warning to the governments of Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia that their countries could be next. Colombia maybe first, yeah. So originally, VeVe Magic put out a post on the 4th saying, if you're interested in heading to NFT Paris, how would you feel about doing a charity auction for First Responders Children's Foundation? And you would get a 1-week stay. I don't know if I'd be the prize again, but yeah. Obviously, that's not going to happen anymore because NFT Paris is canceled, but it was nice that they were going to do something. Elon Musk had a lovely dinner with POTUS and FLOTUS. Says 2026 is going to be amazing. I think so too. The mint number 84 for the special edition common sold for 22.5 million OMI. That is about $5,100. Good for them. And guys, that's yeah, I'll do one more. I'll do a couple of these. Trump threatens to raise tariffs on India if they don't stop buying Russian oil. Trump says U.S. needs total access to oil and other things in Venezuela. Fair point. Trump says U.S. companies are going into Venezuela and taking oil out of the ground. They stole our oil. We're going to take our oil back. January 4th, we had 2.3, almost 2.4 million OMI burned. Oh, Felissa. Friend Felissa is going to be in Ohio at Killer Video in Akron on January 10th. Would love to be there. Unfortunately, other stuff going on in the New York, other areas. Ayatollah Khamenei plans to flee Moscow if Iran unrest intensifies. It's insane. Gary V says NFTs are a forever collectible. That hits the truth. It's just only 1% or less of them will be very sought after, like comic books, trading cards, watches, sneakers, and art. Agreed, Gary V. Agreed. Chinese oil stocks fall on fears that U.S. capture of Nicolas Maduro could disrupt China's oil access. Agreed. Splash. The fan art y'all do is incredible. Bitcoin inflows to Binance show 34x increase in average deposit size, signaling larger holders are becoming more active on the exchange per CryptoQuant data. ETH stablecoin transfer volume surpasses 8 trillion in Q4, hitting a new all-time high. Crypto XR Lisbon could be a great event. It could be. Could be. Oh, can't show that. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I do got to bounce. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. And everyone say Germany is another place in the Agreed. Agreed. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you. Love you guys. Bye. Never mind.